Good evening, subscribers. My name is Reaper Pseudonym Grimm, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. Now, the Stanley Parable is an interactive fiction video game, meaning that this is a game that is very, very meta and very fourth wall breaking. I don't really want to say too much because I want you guys, if you haven't ever seen this video game, I want you guys to experience it with me. Now, I have never played this video game, but I know a lot about it, because this is one of the games where it was like you have to play this game. And without further ado, I'm just gonna get straight into it. Now, hopefully this loading screen doesn't take forever, because I tried to pre-record. I recorded a small part of the episode earlier, but my game froze, so all the recording for that is completely useless.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was indeed happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Welcome to the
Something
Stanley
that would
Parable.
forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years of the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
See, now this game, very heavy on choices. The choices that we make. The narrator is dictating what I can do, or what I should do, but it's my choice to not follow that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
See, and also this thing it's very heavy on changes as well. Stanley had the same exact job, the same exact life. When change was introduced, when he was not given an order, when everybody was gone, everything changed for Stanley.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And this is the first option of choice. You can either choose left and follow the directive of the narrative, or go right and create your own path. We are going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to swap by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And as the game goes on, the narrator, he gets hilarious. It is so funny.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Can I get a
It
drink?
had really been worth the
drink.
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
All right. Ooh. Coffee? No coffee.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
See, I could go there, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Shut up, you condescending bastard. Right. Now here is a choice that I love making, because I did play this game a little bit before my recording crashed and everything was ruined. Do not jump from the cargo lift while in its motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna jump off the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
Oh, yeah?
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize investing your trust in someone else can be difficult,
Yeah?
but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
Fuck you.
all this
Woo!
time. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Very powerful, but very dead. Oh, that was funny. But see, that was a choice that I could make. Now, we are back in room 427 to start it all over again. Stanley
All
is...
of his co-workers were gone.
Shut up,
What could
Max.
it
I'm trying to
mean?
say something.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, Max, shut up. Now, the dude's name is not Max. I just call him Max because I have no idea what to call him. I'm not going to just call him the narrator. But... Ah, damn it, I forgot what I was going to say because Max interrupted me. Fucking hell. I hate when I do that shit.
When
All right.
Stanley came to
We're
a
gonna
set of two
follow your
open
orders
doors,
this
he
time,
entered
Max.
the door on his left.
You're gonna follow your orders this time, Max.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
You unbelievably
hoping he might
amazing
find an
word.
answer there.
Let's check out what's around here. Targets. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Chris is in the broom closet? What? Let's go see if Chris is still in the broom closet. Broom closet, there you go. Chris!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What? You can't tell me what to do, bitch. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Matter of fact, hold on. Close the fucking door.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Defiance. That's the reason, homie. Pure defiance against listening to your directions.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Doing sweet fuck all. Yeah, because I can. It's my choice, homie. You got a problem with that, Max?
You really still in the broom closet?
Yes, I
Standing
am.
around doing nothing? Why?
Because it's pissing
Please
you
offer me
off.
some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because it's pissing you off, Max. And that is amazing. That I can piss off the narrator.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Hey.
But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
It
I
said,
never would have thought to mention it.
it said that homie was in the broom closet. So that was a directive for me to go into the
Maybe
broom closet.
to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Why would they find it concerning? Huh? Just because I got the broom closet
Stanley
ending?
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or
Son
with
of a
drug
bitch.
money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Chick did the drugs. You got a problem with that, Max? What I do in my own
Well,
time
I've come to
is
a
my
very
own time,
definite
homie.
conclusion about what's going on right now.
I'm
You're
dead.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Now, if I collapse on
Well,
the
in a
keyboard-
situation like this, the responsible
My body
thing
would
is to
still be
alert
moving.
someone nearby so as to ensure that
How
your
can I
body
do that
is
if
taken
I'm
care
dead?
of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
Very meta,
He
very
or she
meta. I
has
love it.
fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
It's not lost on me.
All right.
Just the
When you've
fact
done that,
that
just step out into the hallway.
the fact that that comment shows me the irony of this video game.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, are you sure about that? Hold on.
You too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
Oh my goodness,
Perhaps
that
there's
was
a
funny.
monkey nearby you can hand the controls to.
A fish.
A fish?
A
Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
You just want to complete the game.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. I'm tired of listening to your bullshit, Max, because every time you always telling me where to go. Why should I have to follow you? I'm the motherfucker who plunged to his death.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Nope.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
No, I didn't.
Admitting he had left his post during work hours.
I wanted to
he
piss
might
you
be
off.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Oh, yeah?
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Oh, yeah, you are.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
With
in
one
a
car.
single moment for no reason at all. None of it
a
made
loop.
any logical sense.
A big-ass loop.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Huge loop.
For example, why couldn't Mike see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, yeah.
Why did doors close automatically behind him
they?
wherever he went?
Oh, they do.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Can I leave?
Were they simply repeating? No,
Oh, okay, I
Stanley
was
said to
gonna
himself,
ask
this is
how the
all
hell the
too
car get
strange.
out.
This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
He's insane?
I'm dreaming!
Oh, he's dreaming.
He yelled. This is all a dream.
Is it?
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
He is crazy.
And he thought to himself,
Fucking
I
insane.
suppose I'll whiz up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing
Boring.
buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Oh, yeah?
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Whoa,
above
hey,
the ground.
hey, don't be doing that shit.
Then he imagined
wanna-
himself
I don't wanna
soaring
fly.
through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared.
Whoa.
It was so much
Nice.
fun.
Can I fly up?
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps
he's
the
a dream
strangest
walker.
question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I don't know. Max, can you tell
Now
me
the
that?
voice was described of being considered by Stanley, who
Ah,
found
the
it particularly
paradox.
strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
That would make any person
And
go
when he
insane.
thought it
Just
all
keep
very
thinking
odd
about that.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
Stop
the truth
lagging.
was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving
What the
himself?
hell?
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Okay, see, now you're just
Stanley
putting thoughts
is
in Stanley's
as
head.
awake now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Because you're fucking with
After all,
Stanley's
he
mind,
knew for
Max.
certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float, make them magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Max, you need to
He
calm
would
down,
prove
Max.
it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Stop dictating everything I do,
So
Max.
he closed his eyes gently.
Hey, no,
And he
I don't want to
invited
close my eyes.
himself to
No,
wake up.
you son of a bitch.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Oh, yeah.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
That's the real insanity.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I am not.
Everything will be fine.
No, it won't.
I am okay.
You are far from okay, Stanley. You are fucking insane. See? You're insane, homie. Oh my god.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I?
Holy
and
fucking
everything
hell.
went black.
Oh, well, shit. Well, thank you, Max, for dictating the end of the story.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who the fuck is Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
See? Told you
and
we
then
were
collapsed
insane.
dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, he's dead.
And although she would soon
Son of a
turn to
bitch.
go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
What the fuck?
He was obviously crazy.
Yeah.
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
She's the next to go insane.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
What?
But then she remembered
That's
the meeting
insane.
she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career.
See,
and
it's
by
so meta.
extension,
It's
the
so
rest
meta.
of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
What the fuck?
And then she turned and ran.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, everybody seems so selfish, self-centered, and insane. And we're back in room 427. Hi, Stanley. It's not over yet for you, man. You're gonna be here a very, very long time, Stanley. And Max is still gonna be in your head. And he's gonna continue fucking with you. But that will have to wait until another episode. So if you made it with me on this journey, have yourself a cookie and a trophy. If you believe the cookie and trophy are actually real. Make sure to like and subscribe and to spread the video around. Kinda like Stanley and his insane ass. He's fucking insane. And Max with his punk ass. Fuck you, Max. Stop dictating everything I do. I will not follow your orders next time. Speaking of next time, I hope you have yourselves a good evening. And until next time, I'm out.